I'm ruthless, darling. If any man's gonna treat me like this, that's a man. Are you mad? A man. Are you alright in life? Are you alright? Do you need to bang your head on the floor and wake up? I represent real darling. You better leave me alone.
CLA has just lost her head in an explosive rant at Evil Queen. This feud all started after Elphaba and Evil Queen had their little fallout, and then Evil Queen decided to tell the world that Elphaba was shagging her own mum. Normal TikToker behaviour. But now CLA claims she's been physically assaulted by Evil Queen.
Watch, I'm gonna get you done for kicking me in my stomach. You are gonna get arrested now, and that's it. I'm gonna put you behind bars.
Cracking start to the video. And that's not all. She also found herself making an extremely interesting response video after allegedly insulting a Muslim lady. I'm seriously beginning to think our fish-looking friend is never going to learn a lesson ever. But anyway, hello ladies and genitals, my name is John5161 and I make many videos on these strange people, so I would appreciate it if you were to subscribe. But let's kick off with CLA's rant at Evil Queen, shall we?
I'm ruthless, darling. If any man's gonna treat me like this, that's fucking a man. Are you mad? A man. Are you alright in life? Are you alright? Do you need to bang your head on the floor and wake up? See the fucking, like, smell the coffee or something? Are you all weirdos or something? I represent real bitches, darling. You better leave me alone.
Oh dear. I think we all know the reason why that was bad, but I want to speak about the hypocrisy of this. Ever since the role of Elphaba's best friend became available after her falling out with Evil Queen, CLA decided it would be a great business move to act like some sort of saint towards Elphaba and throw her obvious prejudice aside. And obviously that is because Elphaba is at the top of this scummy TikTok live ladder. But evidently this is the true colours. The fact that on this app you can have a transphobic outburst and not get banned, because that's just typical TikTok, isn't it? But you literally asked Evil Queen if she needs to bang her head against the floor and wake up or something like that. Yet you are literally sitting here shouting transphobic things at your own reflection. If anyone needs to sort themselves out, it's you. But in case you didn't notice, while she's shouting this complete and utter dross from her mouth, people are sending her gifts. Gifting while someone is being so openly problematic. Idiots. You're just idiots. I never thought I'd say this, but try and put yourself in Elphaba's shoes for a moment. You see your supposed friend going on TikTok live and speaking like this. Imagine how you'd feel as a trans person. And all of this is rolling off her tongue. You know that the way she's saying this is from her heart. It's clear to see this is actually who she is. She means these words. Not that that comes as a surprise.
See, I'm gonna put up with this anymore. You see what happens now. Watch. Gangster moves. We'll have all the boys in blue. Yeah, man, you want me to get the police? I'll get the police, all right. Watch, darling. You want me to show you how someone gets arrested, darling?
I think we know what it looks like for someone to get arrested, don't we?
You want to go under arrest for that?
All right, okay. No worries.
That's rejogged the memory, hasn't it? But yeah, these are proper gangster moves. Don't we just love those gangster movies where the gangsters try and get each other arrested? It's my favourite part of the movies Layer Cake and Snatch. I love the bit when they're openly problematic and then try and take the moral high ground in order to get their rivals arrested. I think we all know the reason she's really mad is because CLA has this, you know, hard persona. She's supposed to be quite tough, from the way she acts anyway, and she claims she's been assaulted by Evil Queen. But for someone who has their phone permanently in their grasp, that thing never leaves her hand. Because if I cast your minds back to when her literal flat started to burn down, she was live on TikTok whilst evacuating a burning building. But as far as I'm aware, none of this was documented. And also, where and when did this happen? Isn't Evil Queen living in Liverpool and CLA lives in London? They're like over 200 miles apart. I refuse to believe that these people are at the level of unemployed that they will travel 200 miles for TikTok beef. Like, I know they're a bunch of sad cases, right? And they probably all still get lots of money from sitting there collecting dust on TikTok Live. But come on, surely it's not got that bad.
I'll do a big debate about it, sweetheart. I'll go to the fucking Prime Minister, sweetheart. I'll go to the country. I'll make a big, massive fucking story on this now. You think that someone is going to sit there and call me an abuser after I've been through all this domestic violence and this, that, and the other, and sit on your dusty platform where you support racists and call someone that's got mixed race kids that you know that's not racist or racist? You know what? All the black people and Asian people know that you're an absolute fucking disgrace. That's why none of these black people even put you on their platform, sweetheart. Do you understand? They don't business, man. They know what time of day it is. It's nothing to do with me. They might not even fucking like me, sweetheart, but all I know is they don't fucking like you, sweetheart. And that's all that matters. Don't ever try and pretend that you're some fucking prim and proper. Well, you've slated Muslim people, you've disrespected black people.
Honestly, I just got out of breath watching that. But to my Americans and, well, people who don't know, she's basically talking about going on a daytime TV show where they kind of just get loads of people sat in a room and they have the opportunity to speak to politicians or members of parliaments or whatever they claim to be. Basically, they debate political stuff. But she's saying she wants to go on that show and bring up all of her TikTok drama. What is wrong with you? But in case you missed anything that was said there, and I would not blame you, let's just take a look at it chronologically. She mentioned being called an abuser. This is the first time I've heard about CLA speaking about being a victim of domestic violence. Obviously that is awful and I wouldn't wish that on anyone. She then quickly moves on to speaking about racial incidents. Once again, she mentions that she cannot be racist because she has mixed race kids. I will never understand this outlook. You are a white person who has used racial slurs. You've racially abused a hotel staff member when on live, and I could go on. Just because a kid fell out of you and they weren't white doesn't give you the right to be racist. It's literally the same as saying I can't be racist, I've got black friends. Then she quickly goes on to mention that she has support from all black people, all Asians and Muslims. Let me just fast forward quickly to the day before I'm recording this video now. Do I need to say anything? Now, out of just genuine human decency, I don't really want to get into her diet, but when you consider the Muslim religion and relation to food, I think we can all see from the videos that she posts, the stuff she does on live, she doesn't really follow these guidelines very strictly. So it kind of makes that clip look in really poor taste. A bit like all the food she cooks. But to be honest, when has she ever followed rules or guidelines? This shouldn't come as a surprise at this point. But the fact that less than a week after saying you have the backing of Muslim people, or Muslim people like me more than they like you, here you are doing a response, not an apology, a response to upsetting a Muslim lady. And considering I've literally seen clips of Modine, her partner, talking about he himself being a Muslim, but then we have CLA, his partner, having a go at Muslim people and then doing this in response. Honestly, I'm quickly running out of words to describe CLA. With most TikTokers I cover, usually a lot of the stuff is quite predictable or quite on character for them, but CLA never fails to surprise me.
The shit that this person has done. Your ex-boyfriend had a black eye twice. What did you do? You said beat him up as well, yeah? Like, let's be real. Kick me in my stomach the week after he had a black eye. What's when I find out what you did to Bradley? No wonder he fucking moved out that flat. He's probably scared to death of you, sweetheart. But you know what? I've got Bradley's back because I'm going to find out what the fuck you did to that poor boy, you dusty absolute bitch.
How on earth are you talking about a scenario like this in that way, then following up with, I'm going to find out what happened? So you don't know anything. You're just throwing out accusations on someone else's behalf. I don't want to seem like I'm defending Evil Queen because trust me, I'm really not. Evil Queen is her own problematic self. But to talk about that sort of thing on someone else's behalf when you don't know any of the details, she could take you to court. And just in general, if there is a victim here, stop talking about things like this on their behalf just to get a one-up on someone. What the fuck is wrong with you? And you're doing all of this whilst getting paid. It's just sick. If this alleged scenario has actually happened, you're talking about this on behalf of someone else when it is a very traumatic and very private thing. Then follow up essentially saying you don't know what happened, but you want to find out because it will get one up on her. Honestly, this is just too far.
But I'm reporting you to the police, man. I've got all the recordings now. I've got a whole fucking, it's like I've got a fucking film worth from back in the day when everything, she thinks on them videos, I've got them all. I'm making a big case on you, bitch, so let's go. Yeah, and we'll see what everyone else thinks. And all you ones that want to go over there, stay over there. Patty, if you ever go over there, I'll never fucking, because I've seen you over there, and tell me why I blocked you, Patty.
CLA building a case on someone is something I never thought I'd hear. But like, what have you got? If you're talking about earlier where you mentioned Evil Queen and bad words in relation to race, I always find it very interesting to see why someone is so comfortable to talk about something like that in front of you. Because obviously you mentioned earlier Evil Queen being a racist and a racist supporter. But if you are planning on bringing to our attention lots of videos of Evil Queen saying bad words in this context, I'd just like to know why she felt like she could be that way around you. Just food for thought. And then she just proceeds to scream at one of her viewers. And the viewer in question has some sort of badge thing. So I'm guessing that means they've given CLA lots of money. So that is quite literally biting the hand that feeds you. But after this, she then goes on to accuse Evil Queen of doxing people. She spouts some more transphobic nonsense and then proceeds to insult Evil Queen's dress sense. Are we surprised? But her mindset, okay? She will start a rant literally being openly transphobic. She'll then proceed to try and take the moral high ground against her foe, then fire genuine accusations with, as far as we're aware, nothing to go off, then be more problematic, then says someone dresses bad or is ugly, all whilst not stopping for air once. But to be fair, I worry about her phone every time she stops to inhale. She could smell a Sunday roast on a Wednesday. But the next thing I want to share with you is quite funny. I was looking for a screenshot for a thumbnail and I stumbled across this video.
No one's quite hairy mustache.
Well, that's just me, darling. I'm not taking your gifters, by the way. If they come to me, that's not
I'm
my
only
business.
joking, Tedwin.
Oh, alright, darling. I'm only joking too, sweetheart.
Honestly, some people have too much free time on their hands, says the person making a video on CLA. Self-awareness, get in. But I didn't think someone's ego could get this damaged, because after this video, I think she genuinely went insane.
Alexa, continue the music. I'm gonna go in a minute. I don't want to stay on TikTok no more. I think you've got the message now, innit? Root, so you know what time of day it is. I don't want nothing from you. Keep your shit and give it to someone that cares. Because I don't care. I don't want nothing from you. You're all fake.
Is she actually stupid? And why is this a trend now? I swear all these weirdos just keep saying they're gonna quit social media and come off them, then proceed to go live like 14 minutes later. But do these people know where their income comes from? Without viewers, they get no money. It's as simple as that. Do they think TikTok just pays them because they've got a lot of followers? But if you do quit TikTok, then what? You go to a job interview, they're like, oh, have you got any social media? Dear Chelsea, we regret to inform you, but you will not be getting the job.
You just lost the biggest creator on TikTok. You know why? Because you're all a joke.
The biggest creator? That's quite a bold claim. For someone who has to fake quitting just to get views? For someone who has to pretend to be friends with Elphaba just to stay relevant? You threw your actual friends in content under the bus to be Elphaba's friend. Not sure the biggest creator on the app would have to do that. And I'm not sure the biggest creator on the app would get monetization bans. And didn't she actually get her account banned at one point too? She's either deluded or has no self-respect, or both.
I ask you to do anything for me. You don't fucking listen. You go against me. Roots, darling. There's no army no more. I'm fucking ending it, sweetheart.
Guys, the army's over. Don't be sad it's over. Just smile because it happened. But you know what's crazy to me though? I was just having a thought. People growing up now will see people like Elphaba and CLA and they'll get nostalgic over this content in years to come. People will consider this a part of their childhood or their youth. You've got this and that singing chicken nugget.
Mental health matters. You are not gonna treat a fucking legend that the whole app copies like this. See you later. I'm going, darling.
Bye! But yes, mental health matters, I do agree with this. This is one thing that you're saying that I can get behind. Congratulations, it's only taken about 10 months. But maybe like, you know, practice what you preach. Because I've heard you call people ugly. I've heard you call people fat. In this video right here, you've been transphobic. Not a very good start to this whole practice what you preach thing. But once again, she says she's off. See you tomorrow then, I guess. But just a reminder that all of this came about because someone did an impression of her. Someone did a silly little joke where they made themselves look like her. So this is a genuine reaction to when someone gives it back to her. CLA will literally mock anyone for anything and everything. But if you dress up like her and copy her voice, you've crossed a line, buster.
I'm gone. You don't deserve me. Fuck that. £50 to watch me. I put a private live on, darling. I am serious.
Well, based on that statement there, this is going to be my last ever CLA video. Because I personally am not going to spend £50 to sit through this complete and utter dross, and I hope nobody else will either. That is probably the biggest IQ test the world's ever seen. And if you fail that, put them out their misery, just end their suffering. But I can't believe we're all going to miss out on great content just like this.
Like a star. 'Cause you are, you are. You are, you are. Shine like a star.
The new Liam Gallagher song sounds shit. 4 likes on this video and I'll shine like a star just like that.
Shine like a star.
But anyway guys, that's honestly as much CLA as I could possibly handle. I hope you did enjoy the video, and if you did, please do feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and also just check to see if you haven't been unsubscribed, because a few people in the last video said they had. And yeah, cheers. Bye.